What is good, YouTubians? It is a windy day today. I am actually at a skate park that I have been to once or twice before. Actually, if you watched my video where I hurt my ankle, it was at this skate park. I came here today for redemption. However, when I got here, there were people skating, and I get like skate park anxiety when I go to a new skate park. So really, I just pushed around a little bit, tried a couple things, but I just kept feeling like I was in people's way because these guys were straight up like shredding hardcore. Now I'm off to the side talking to you guys. So I've been seeing some stuff on YouTube, some videos and some comments basically saying that you can't skateboard and be in a relationship at the same time, and to me that's just wild. If you guys watch my videos, you know that Kayla is always around, always in my videos, always filming for me, and so when I hear people say that they cannot have a relationship because they want to focus on their skateboarding, it kind of just mind blown by the whole concept. I've seen comments like, my girlfriend hates how I remark on every spot that we walk past. She also gets mad when I come home missing skin, and I even wear pads. Want to see something cool? Not really if it's about skateboarding, but it's really cool. No, stop. This guy straight up says, single for life here. Anything that gets in the way of my skateboarding is something that I don't need. Yo, that's so funny. This guy says, skateboarding is my time, not my girl's time. We go home for that. I like this guy. He said, last year I met this girl and she is beautiful. She is my board and I fell in love with her. I respect that. That whole idea is crazy to me, that you don't want to be in a relationship or have a partner in life because you skateboard. That just is wild to me. People do all kinds of things in their lives and still have relationships and are happy doing both things. So I don't really, the concept just kind of makes me laugh a little bit. Like, I don't get it. So I'm gonna bring Kayla into the video, and she has no idea, but I'm gonna ask her questions, and that way she can give you guys the skater girlfriend's perspective of dating a skater. Let's go find Kayla. Hello, girl. What's up? I'm in a tree. We need to push over. Ketchup and mustard. I'm gonna ask you some questions. You give me your honest, unbiased opinion, so we can give the people some real answers about what it's like dating a skateboarder. Deal? Okay. Deal. I'm thinking of questions. Okay, let's start off general. To you, what is it like dating someone who skateboards?
I think it's like dating anybody else who has a passion or a sport or a hobby that they're into. It was something that I was also interested in because a year ago I asked if...
Tell them, don't tell me.
A year ago I had mentioned to him that I've always wanted to ollie my whole life, and he was just totally down for it, and then we ordered boards and he kind of took off on this more than I did. It was kind of like, okay, I learned an ollie, it's cool, and now I'm just along for the ride in your journey.
That's sick. Thank you. What is your least favorite part of dating a skateboarder?
My least favorite part of dating a skateboarder? Honestly, just when it's hot out. That's all. When it's hot out and I know you need to record and it's just hot. Literally, that's all. So the weather? The weather. The weather is literally like the only thing I've ever found a thing to complain about or like not be happy about.
The weather sucks for all of us. How about like the fact that I'm always like talking about skateboarding or thinking about skateboarding or like dreaming about skateboarding or like showing you skate clips? Does any of that ever like bother you at all, or you're just like, dude, this guy doesn't think about anything else?
No, because you do think about other things. You think about skateboarding a lot. Sometimes it keeps you up at night and I'm like, just please go to sleep. Like, it's alright, skateboarding will be there tomorrow when you get up, but I get it. I get that it's something that you love doing. I don't know, even though you're talking about skateboarding, there's still time to talk about other things, and like there's still things to do in our relationship aside from skateboarding, even though it takes up a huge part of your life.
Do you think skateboarding and having a passion for skateboarding gets in the way of our relationship?
Not at all.
How about our time spent together?
Not at all, because I think it's unrealistic for somebody to think that you can spend, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week just in a relationship. Like, we're two separate people with separate interests, and you love to skateboard, so like that's the thing that you like to do. It's healthy, it's a good hobby, it keeps you active, so like why not? Okay, so with all that being said, how do you think that we make our relationship work with me skating all the time, every day, plus
all the stuff that comes into making YouTube videos, like all the time spent into editing and like thinking of concepts. So how do we make that work? Because people seem to be struggling. People on YouTube seem to be struggling to figure out how to make their relationship work while still being passionate about skateboarding. I feel like we've never had any type of problem. So what is it that makes it work for us?
Well, there's 24 hours in a day, which is a lot of time, and 7 days in a week. So, I mean, even though editing and skating takes up the majority of it, there are days where you can't skate, so those are days that we spend doing things together. And even if you are spending a lot of hours editing, I feel like there's not an hour that doesn't go by where there's some sort of like, you know, acknowledgement or some sort of like conversation between the two of us that kind of still makes us feel connected, even though you are really invested in what you're doing.
I was just sitting here thinking of a couple things while she was talking, not to say I wasn't listening to you, because I totally was, but my brain was like also kind of going off. I think a couple things that help us in our relationship is that A, we live together. So like we have all the time in the world to spend together. B, we were talking about this yesterday, is that like it's an age thing, right? Like I feel like we're in our 30s, you know, we've lived through our teens and 20s, and we've done our running around, me more than she has. I think we're at an age where we're kind of like, we personally, I know there's no set age for this, but I think we personally are ready to like settle down, have a family, all of that. So like that becomes just as important, if not more important, than skateboarding. And I think it's different for like younger people and kids. Like if you're in your teens, you're like, yeah, I don't want to be in a relationship. I just want to be out skating, hanging out, doing hood rat shit with my friends, you know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I've been there, you know? But like, I don't know. I think because we are at this age, it makes more sense to us. We also have like the life experience to like know how to do things for ourselves as well as like do things together, which like really I think is the key, right? When you have like a passion, but you also care about other people, you need to find that balance to like make it work. These mosquito bites are freaking killing me, man. What else? What else? Oh, I got one. How do you feel about the possibility of me getting hurt every time that I skate?
I mean, that's been like a work in progress, I guess, on my half, because every time he used to fall in the beginning, the videos were always like, ugh, ugh, oh my God, are you okay? Now it's like, sometimes if he takes a big hit, I'm just like, are you okay? Give me the thumbs up, you're good. And then other times he'll just fall and I'm like, okay, fine. But I think at the end of the day, if he was to seriously get hurt, I'm just gonna be there anyway to take care of him or whatever it is that needs to get done, so.
The wind keeps blowing your hair.
My hair's a mess. This is camping hair.
For real, we've been camping, so we probably look not the greatest. I haven't showered in like a couple days.
He smells good, guys, don't
Not gonna lie. Kind of like the gross camping life. So another thing that I think really helps us out is that you have no issues coming to the skate park with me or coming to the spot with me and just hanging out and like watching me skate. Honestly, Kayla's like my biggest hype man. You will sit and film for me for like hours on end, like trying the same trick, falling, not even getting close. Anybody else would be disappointed. And she's just filming, recording, holding for me, moving to get different angles, all kinds of stuff. If you're really passionate about something and you're really like involved in it, I think the person that you're dating doesn't necessarily have to be passionate about the same thing, but has to be passionate about your passion. Does that make sense? You need to be like patient, I guess, and supportive. Those are the two things I think that someone who's dating a skateboarder, or really someone who's dating anyone with any kind of passion, needs to have those qualities in order to like kind of keep up with what is going on. Yes? I mean, how is it for you when you're sitting there for like hours on end, filming, switching angles, sitting in shitty weather?
I mean, I think for me, it's just I know how much you love it, and I think that a part of being with somebody and loving them is wanting, you know, the best for them. And so for me, I think it doesn't bother me at all to come and skate for you. It makes me happy, and actually I love being a part of something bigger, even being on the backside of recording and stuff like that.
I think we've both learned a lot too of like skating and filming. Like when we first started, Kayla would just kind of like stay in one spot holding the camera, and I would just be like back and forth doing like whatever trick or whatever I'm trying to learn how to do. I think we've both learned a lot about like filming, and like it's kind of been like a journey together. What tricks will look good from what angle and what side, and I mean we're still trying to figure it out, but it's kind of like in a way it's something that we do together. It's like that learning process of like filming and figuring out what's going to be the good shot and stuff like that. I had a friend met at the skate park, his girl was with him the day that we met, and then we got each other's numbers, and we ended up linking up and skating together a couple times. And I remember hanging out with him and him being like, oh, like she's always complaining that I want to come skate. Like every time I'm at the skate park, she's like blowing up my phone. And I'm like, dude, that sucks. Like you can't even get a session in feeling like you're gonna get like in trouble or something. Like the whole thing's wild to me. Like I just don't get it. I feel like we've never had any of these issues, like not even just with skateboarding, but with like anything. Either one of us wants to like get involved in something, the other one's like, go for it. Kayla does these like step workout things, like those old school aerobics where they're like doing their thing, and like I fully support that, man, you know what I mean? Like she went and got certified to teach it, and like she goes and takes these classes a couple times a week, which she hasn't been doing lately because we've been camping a lot. I just fully support that. I think if that's something that she wants to do, it makes her feel good, it keeps her healthy, then like by all means you should pursue that passion. So basically I think it comes down to like a couple of things. So like we mentioned before, I think age plays a big part in it because you have different life experiences, kind of where you want to go in life. It changes as you get older. For all you young cats watching, trust me, it's gonna change. 2 is passions. How passionate are you about skateboarding, and how passionate are you about your relationship, and how will those two kind of combine? Are you like passionate about skateboarding? Like are you out there every day skating hours and hours on end, taking slams, trying new things, whatever, really like living the skate life? Or is this more just something that every once in a while you go out and you skate and you roll around and you have a little bit of fun with it? Because I mean, if that's all that you're doing and your partner has a problem with it, I mean, I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship, you know? Because I mean, people should be able to have time to do their own thing regardless of being in a relationship or not. Like the other person doesn't own you. You're still your own individual human, and you're allowed to like have your own interests and your own time. But if it's something that you're like super passionate about and you're out there skating every single day, hours on end, and like that's starting to kind of get in the way of your relationship, then as a mature person, you would sit with your partner and say, okay, how can we make this work? How is it that we can make this happen? And I mean, if it's really not working out for you, then yeah, maybe a relationship's just not for you at this point in time in your life, and like, that's okay. You don't need to be in a relationship to be happy. You can be single and live a happy life, but if that's not what you want, then you need to figure out how to make it work. Sitting and thinking about all of my skate homies being super lonely because they don't want to like give up like an hour or 2 a day to like spend time with their person, like their relationship person, makes me sad. I don't want to see you guys sad and lonely and like, you know, disgruntled or whatever. I really do believe that it's possible to have both and like balance it and make it work, right?
We love it.
Yeah, we really do. Even with YouTube, like Kayla's so supportive of my YouTube channel. This girl straight up was like, yo, quit your job and focus on skating and making YouTube videos. That is incredible. That's the support that I'm talking about. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, help a brother out, because I quit my job to be here doing this. This is the goal. This is the dream. This is what I am working towards. So I mean, that is pretty much it for this video. To be honest with you guys, I wanted to come out here and skate and give you guys skate content, but I'm a little and got all nervous. But I did have this video topic in mind, so I figured it would be the perfect opportunity to do that because I need content, so I might as well get it done. If you guys are in a relationship and you skate and the relationship works, what is it that you do that works for you? What is it about your relationship or the person that you're with that really makes this kind of well-rounded thing happen? What is the secret? Let's put this out there for the people who are out there who think that this isn't possible, because I really think it is. Leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about this whole skating versus dating thing. I think that is gonna be it.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. We hope you guys have a magical day, and I don't know, I think that's all I gotta say. I'm just kind of ranting to keep this video going at this point.
Subscribe, people.
Subscribe
down below,
to the,
wherever he puts it.
I think down here.
Down here.
We love you guys. Thank you for watching our faces talk to you a bunch. We appreciate all of you, and that's it.
Peace.
Peace.